Hello everyone, my name is Sanjay Parashar. Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we will learn about scheduled integrations in Oracle Integration Cloud. So far in this series, we have mainly worked with REST-based integrations where an external system triggers our service. Scheduled integrations work a bit differently. Before we go further, let's quickly revisit the three integration patterns in OIC. Application driven, triggered by an external system like REST or SOAP; scheduled, which is triggered based on time or run manually; and then event based, triggered when an event is published. The key difference between these patterns is how the integration is triggered. A scheduled integration is used when you want your integration to run at a specific time or run repeatedly on a schedule or be triggered manually on demand. For example, polling data every night, running a batch job every hour, or processing files at a fixed time. Before we discuss our today's demo, let's discuss some important points to keep in mind when you talk about scheduled integrations. OIC provides two main scheduling options. One is simple schedule. This is the most commonly used option, and I'll show you how it looks during our demo. One important thing to remember is that the minimum frequency for a simple schedule is 10 minutes. The other scheduling option is advanced option or ICAL expression. It is for more advanced use cases when you want very specific runtimes or multiple times window, or scheduling frequency needs to be as low as 1 minute. Another key thing to remember about schedule integration is that only one instance can run at a time. If one run is still executing, the next run will be queued. It will not start until the previous one finishes. The final point that schedule integrations also support schedule parameters. These are special parameters that persist value across runs, can be updated dynamically during execution, and are useful for batch processing and incremental logic. Now let's understand today's use case. I will create a schedule integration and define a schedule to run every minute using ICAL expression. We will also create a schedule parameter and demonstrate how it gets updated and also persists value for future runs. We will also show how to monitor and check future runs, how to start, stop, and pause a schedule integration. So without any further delay, let's start the demo. So from your OIC console home screen, let's go to Design and Integration, and let's create a scheduled based integration. So let's select Schedule, and let's say Demo Schedule. Click on Create, and one schedule trigger is already here. Let's just add a logger here, and in logger, let's just say test, and let's save it. Now we can either edit a schedule definition here, or we can go back and add a schedule definition here. Let's go again inside that integration, and let's edit schedule definition. And as I previously mentioned, we have simple or ICAL expression. So in simple, you can give frequencies like it runs only once, hours, days, weeks, and then when do you want to start the schedule. However, in today's demo, we will use ICAL, and in this, we will give an expression for it to run every minute. So this is an expression. Let's validate the expression. So it is valid. So frequency, minute, and interval every 1 minute. And also it gives a time zone when you want to end the schedule and when you want to start the schedule. So all these things can be scheduled here. And I want to repeat, with iCal, you can schedule it to run every minute, For simple, it has to be at least 10 minutes. So let's save it. Back. Let's give it an identifier as always. Let's give it start time. Save. Let's go back. And now, as we can see, it is configured. It is new and the schedule is stopped right now. So in order to schedule it or start the schedule, we'll have to first activate it. We can activate it in debug mode. And now we can create on schedule and start the scheduler. And as we can see, it is showing 300 future instances. Essentially, it says that it is going to run every 1 minute. So 1 minute, 2 minute, 3 minute, like that. If we go back, and now if we go from design to observability under future runs, we should be able to see all these schedulers, the future runs of this particular schedule. And if we go to instance, we will be able to see that one of the instance is queued. Let's go to the future run. Let's do it minute by minute. So as we can see, every minute it is going to run. The first run will be at 318, then 319, 320. And if we go to the instance, after 1 minute, this will be executed. Another way to implement this will be if I go to design integration and I want to run ad hoc run, I can come here and I can click on this run. And here I can use an ad hoc request. And the moment I click on run, it will run that particular service on ad hoc basis, or also called on-demand run for a scheduled service. So let's go back. Let's go to the observability and instance. And as we can see, this instance has done. The other one is in queue. Let's see this instance, and under logger, we can see it says test. Now, let me just update this service and add a schedule parameter to it. All right, so first we'll need to stop the schedule of this particular service. However, you will notice, let's say if I want to deactivate it right now when the schedule is running, it won't work. So let's come here and deactivate this, and it will say that fail to deactivate. You please stop the schedule and retry. So in order to stop this schedule, we'll come here. We can stop it from here. Go back. And now, once the scheduler is stopped, we can come here and deactivate it. Let me now edit it. So under this schedule, as you can see, when we click on edit definition, it gives us an option to schedule it, change the time, frequency, and everything. But if we click on this edit here, it will give us an option to add schedule parameters. So let's just add one schedule parameter. It works more like a variable that you can pass as part of this schedule. And once you update this, the value of that update value is persisted for future runs. And let's just prove that concept here. So let's keep it schedule parameter 1, that's fine. Let's give it a value hard-coded 1 and let's save it. And now for every run, let me just update this value by increment 1. So for first it will be 1, for second it will be 2. So under here, under actions, let me just use the assign action. Let's drag and drop assign here. Now under this assignment option here, let me just add a string data type, and under this variable, let's give schedule parameter 1, and under value, I want to give schedule parameter 1 plus 1. So let me click on this view and plus 1. and increment schedule parameter by 1. Save. And that's it. We can now go back, activate it. Let's refresh it, and now let's run the schedule. I'm gonna start this. And as you can see, now it is asking me for schedule parameter. That current value is 1. Do you want to change a value? So this comes in handy when you want to use a schedule parameter as part of your business logic within integration. However, for now, let's just keep it as is and start the schedule. And again, every minute it's gonna run, but let's not wait for that. Let's go back and let's do some ad hoc runs. So I'm gonna come here and click on run. It says default value 1, ad hoc run. I say yes, please. Let's run it. And it has ran, and now the assigned value should be 2. So if I close, go back, and I run one more time, as you can see the current value is 2. So that's how you can use schedule parameter to run incremental batches. In MuleSoft there is something similar concept like watermarks. Something similar can be achieved here by using the schedule parameter for scheduled integrations. I hope you enjoyed this detailed video on schedule integrations. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.